Behind me is one of the most haunted Airbnbs in the entire country. I know this because according to dozens of reviews from guests, many visitors claim that they were touched in their sleep.
Oh, look at my goosebumps, bro.
Heard footsteps when no one was there.
Are you serious?
And even saw full apparitions standing in their rooms. I saw the movement again. I saw it again. So I booked it for the night to see if it's truly haunted. But I didn't stop there. Because not only will I be staying here, but over the next 3 nights, I'll be staying in 3 of the most haunted, terrifying, and disturbing Airbnbs in America. Not just to torture myself with my own fear. Oh my god.
What the hell?
But to also find out if the reviews are true and if these are really the most haunted Airbnbs that you can book. All right, and we're pulling up to the first one right now. There's a big ass skeleton.
Hey, yo.
Whoa. And guys, this place is called, I kid you not, Madison Manor. Stay if you dare. So, do we dare?
I think so.
Oh, shoot.
What the hell?
And guys, tonight we have Lex staying with us.
Hi.
Yo, Santa's tripping, bro. What the hell? Oh, shit.
Oh. Why is he squishy?
It's like the Haunted Mansion.
Oh,
What the fuck was that?
What made that
Hello?
go off?
Already. I don't know if it's supposed to do that. Okay, now I'm actually a little scared. I'm not gonna lie. Madison Manor is a massive house built sometime in the 1840s in Danielsville, Georgia, and decorated to look like a Halloween funhouse. This is like actually genuine. Oh, fuck.
Why does he look like that?
Subscribe on YouTube. You heard him. You gotta do it. But the catch is that recently guests have been reporting that they're actually experiencing real paranormal activity. Within 3 minutes of entering the haunted premise, a ghost stole my glasses and they were found under bed. Beware, okay? This is the attic door. Hello. Guys, we are not going up into the attic until later because the owner told me something like very specific that is up there. She said it's contributing to this place being extremely haunted. Because for this Airbnb, the owner herself actually asked me to come down here because she's having actual hauntings happen now. So Sarah from 2 years ago said, arriving after dark, the house felt alive with history. Once inside, we couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. Not in a scary way, but as if the spirits of the past residents were quietly observing. And then Alicia said, the best part was that she got haunted by actual friendly ghosts. So I don't know what that means, but she said that things of ours went missing and then randomly showed up in other places around the house. Look, another one. My friend's ring got lost, haha, but we had a great time. Thank you, ghosts. So more things getting like stolen or lost by the ghosts. It's so weird. Somebody drew this like freaking creepy drawing of something. I'm hoping that's not what they saw in here. We heard breathing noises and mysterious noises caught in recordings. Creepy vibes throughout the entire house. The heavy vibe was insane. Seems like a lot of people are just like having bad vibes in here, which is really weird because from my first impression, it's creepy, but it's kind of chill. Before we actually ghost hunt inside the house to see if all of these reviews are true, I wanted to speak with the actual owners of this Airbnb, Casey and Jackie, to see if they can tell me anything else about this house.
I know there's a roofing guy in town. He owns a big company and he said his great grandmother died in the house. But other than that, it's just a really mysterious house.
I guess, have you guys experienced anything like yourselves in the house?
So we were planting the corn for our pumpkin patch and all that stuff. And we were like dead ass tired. I'm like, let's just stay the night. It's a spooky house. Let's watch Conjuring 2. And literally at the end of the movie where they're doing all the credits.
Tell me about the beginning.
The fucking power went out like for 4 hours.
Do you guys have experiences outside?
Near the church pews in the back, it's a rock, but it's square. And I left it out there. So I was like, this definitely looks like a tombstone.
Yeah, Jackie, what was yours? What happened with you?
Normally the house, it freaks us out, every now and then. Like when we're cleaning, we'll see some shadows, things will turn on.
Oh,
what the fuck is that?
I always felt like it was like a friendly vibe inside the house. But recently, I called Casey. I was like, our house is freaking me out. My heart was racing. I was just on edge the whole time. And it just seemed to have like a really, really dark vibe and feeling ever since.
Jake, she's talking about a group that came through a couple weeks ago. They left 2 leather journals in 2 different rooms of the house. I moved them to the attic because we're actually going to discard them after you leave. But ever since they left those journals, yeah, it's been really weird.
All right, guys, so the sun has set and we have a few missions we need to accomplish tonight in this Airbnb. The first mission is to see if we can find the supposed tombstone that's located outside. The second is to simply see if this house is truly haunted, and if so, by who or what. And finally, the third mission is to find the weird journals that have apparently changed the entire vibe of this house and have even scared the owners. This is supposedly where the tombstone is that she found. Anyone buried out here? She said to the left of the pews, so there's the pews. How do we lose lose a tombstone, bro. God, this looks like a damn Skinwalker movie. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. I think we went too far. I think it's back up there by the gum tree. Bruh. Well, she said to the left, right? Oh, there it is. She moved it. She meant like directly to the left. So here's the supposed tombstone, guys.
It's a rock.
There's nothing on it, but it is like weirdly shaped. They almost squared it out, it looks like. You know what I mean? We're gonna see if we can get anything out here and find out this is a tombstone. But this is the REM pod. If anything wants to come up and touch that, then they can.
Welcome to.
Is anyone buried on this property? They don't really know anything about it. We're here to figure it out tonight.
Are you out here? Were you buried on this ground?
I also kind of feel like we're just talking to a rock.
We might be.
I don't think there's anything on this. I think this is just a rock. The gravestone ended up being a little bit of a letdown, but the real hauntings take place inside the house, which is where we are going right now. Okay, now we got to go in and figure out what's actually haunting this place, if anything. What was that?
I didn't hear anything.
It's a dog. Debunked. You decided to sleep here?
Nope.
Okay, hello, ghost. It is a lot creepy with all the lights off. These right here are motion sensors. So I'll put this right here, and then we can set up this other one, maybe like over here. So turn this on. It's like a gas station, low key. So if this beeps and we're not over there or over here, we're cooked. We gotta run. Oh shit. Anyways, while that thing's talking, the REM pod set up. Let's go in here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. God, can you shut up? That thing's so annoying, bro. Anyways, hello. Oh shit, right away.
Are you here in the hallway with us?
My name is Jake and this is Alexa, my girlfriend. We came from Indiana and we're gonna be staying the night here. I don't know if you know the owners, Casey and Jackie, but they called us here to see if it's haunted. And I'm trying to find the most haunted Airbnb in the US. So why don't you give me a sign that your Airbnb, your house is haunted? That was weird. I just felt like a puff of air like hit my face. I thought it was me, but it wasn't. It felt like someone just like blew on my face. Like, people report that their things go missing. Speaking of that, guys, since the main reports are of people's items going missing, I'm going to place my car keys with an air tag on them right here on this table. And we are gonna see if anything will move them tonight or if they go missing. Spirits, look right here are my keys. You can take them or do whatever you want with them. Does anybody want to talk? It's like weirdly quiet right now. This is so weird.
It's very quiet.
Almost nothing was happening inside of the house, so we decided to move into the witch-themed bedroom, where the owners told me that something extremely terrifying has happened to them inside.
You know, sometimes in Casey's room, the witch's room, when we would get like stuck in that room, but it wasn't just because of like the handles are old, it was like a force, and we literally took all of our might to get the door open.
This is the room that the owners told me that they would get locked in. Oh, shoot, shoot, shoot. REM pod.
Do you want to lock us in here?
Are you?
Oh, that's the first noise we've heard.
That was so loud. Hi. My heart just sank. Are you serious? Dude, what? That was so weird, just those two knocks. Right when we entered this room, too. Okay, while we're in Casey's room, we have the devices set up out there. I'm going to also run on the Ovulus. This is one of the OG pieces of equipment that you used to see on Ghost Adventures. It works by having sensors within this device that spirits can supposedly manipulate. Let's turn this on and see if anyone wants to talk. Can you come talk to us? Why do people get locked in this room? Warm? Is it warm in here? I don't know what that means. The only thing I can think of is the first thing I did when we went into the bedroom was I cranked the thermostat up. You remember it like went back down on its own? Do you remember that? That was off camera. Maybe that's a stretch, but I'm just trying to make this make sense. I don't know what that means. Run. Why should we run? There's not much known about this place, so I would love if you could tell us. I want to know if this place is haunted. Friendly, full strength, friendly. That's what they were saying on the Zoom call, is that everybody believes, and in like the reviews, is everybody feels like it's a friendly spirit here.
I always felt like it was like a friendly vibe inside the house.
The best part was that she got haunted by actual friendly ghosts.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah. Care! Friendly care.
Do you care about us?
Are you just watching over this place for everybody?
No more taps either.
No, just those two taps. It just said beat though. Beat gently. What the fuck does that mean? That sounds kind of sus. Bed, full strength, Lex. And we're sitting on Casey's bed. Yeah, this is Casey's room. Do you steal people's keys? Do you like to steal people's items and... Oh, the REM pod just went off, Lex. Right when I said that.
I didn't hear it.
I just watched it. It lit up green. Do you think it's funny to steal people's things? At this point, we were definitely getting some strange things to happen, but the activity was yet again dying down, so we decided to move back into the hallway to keep investigating. However, really nothing crazy happened, which honestly surprised us. So we decided it was time to look for those infamous journals in the attic that have supposedly caused the hauntings in this house to get darker and darker.
I moved them to the attic because we're actually going to discard them after you leave. But ever since they left those journals, yeah, it's been really weird.
Time to go to the attic.
This is both of our first times in the attic.
Oh, shoot, bro. Oh, what the hell?
What?
There's a damn doll. But here they are, Lex. Look at this. These are the journals. They just look creepy as shit. Journal belongs to Taylor Green. What the hell? Pandemic, all caps, Salem. There's like weird poems. I think this is literally someone's diary, Alexa. Like that says Obama.
Obama.
November 4-ish. Dude, what is this? I actually think this is someone's literal... What the fuck is that? That's like a prison. That's a literal prison, bro.
Hey, yo, that's somebody's grandma.
Yeah, this reminds me of something you'd find in like Jeffrey Dahmer's apartment. Here's a map of Colombia with a bunch of military planes going to this place. I don't know what those were, but I highly doubt that's causing any of the hauntings here. Is it the journals of a crazy person? Possibly. Low-key, guys, this attic was kind of, not a letdown, but it's not as scary as I thought. Down we go. All right, y'all, we made our little bed right here, and time to go to sleep. We're in this little safe room, and we're gonna see what happens. So hopefully the ghost doesn't eat us tonight. We'll see you guys in the morning. We actually slept pretty well throughout the night. No scratching, no footsteps, and no weird shadows in the hallway as other guests have reported. But what about those keys that I left on the table?
We're good. There they are. No keys have been stolen tonight.
After everything we captured in this house, I do believe that something is definitely haunting this place, but it is nothing compared to the bloody history and the terrifying hauntings of the next Airbnb I'm going to visit, where I'm about to capture on camera one of the scariest pieces of evidence I've ever caught. And for the next 2 nights, I will be completely alone. And just like that, I have found my way back to Gettysburg yet again somehow. This is just my favorite place on earth, guys. I already got my kepi on, my Civil War Union hat right here. This place served as a field hospital after the Battle of Gettysburg while the Confederate soldiers were retreating out of town. This is also listed among the top 10 most haunted Airbnbs in America. I'm gonna have to spend the night right up there, guys. And the reviews that people have left after staying here are insanely terrifying, but we'll get into that in just a second. First, let's go inside, guys. Let's go. Before I could even set up to read some of the reviews inside this house, this happened. That? Dude, there are some weird sounds going on, bro. On July 1st, 1863, the Union and Confederate armies ran into each other here in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, which quickly turned into 3 days of the bloodiest fighting in American history. By the time it all ended, 2 days later, over 50,000 soldiers were either killed, wounded, or missing, turning many of the farms, homes, and fields in and around Gettysburg into mass casualty zones. The Confederate army, having lost the battle, was forced to retreat west of town, down the same road where tonight's Airbnb, also known as the David Stewart Farm, sits, and it was quickly turned into a makeshift field hospital to treat thousands of wounded soldiers. Okay, well, since we're hearing sounds, we're gonna read some of these reviews from different people on Airbnb who have actually stayed in this house about the haunted house. My mom woke up in the middle of the night to a very bright light. Richard from Virginia said, absolutely amazing house. It's very historic and also very haunted. Heard banging on the walls and footsteps. Someone even trying to open our bedroom door. Oh, bro. If you do not want to see a ghost, this isn't the place for you. Basically, bro's telling me not to stay here, and I'm gonna stay here anyways. There's literally so many reviews talking about ghosts or different hauntings. I could actually go on for maybe even hours. This is when I search for ghosts as a keyword. It just goes on and on and on. And I spoke to Stephanie, the owner of this building. She's lived here for 45 years, and she had endless stories about things that her grandchildren and her kids have experienced. And I'll go into detail on those stories and encounters later in the video. But for now, we gotta go lights out and see if this place is actually haunted before we go to sleep. Let's do this, guys. Okay, guys, so we're gonna begin downstairs. This is where some of the hauntings take place, guys, because again, you can imagine all the bodies that would be stored in this area. And, whoa, right when I talked about the bodies, the REM pod just went off. Hello? Was your body in this room? It's really weird. It was right when I was talking about the bodies being in here. These are the names of the 2 soldiers who died in here on July 4th, 1863, the day after the battle, or at least J.F. Hodges did. And then this, she said the S is supposed to be an F, so it's something Fonte or something like that. Shit! Oh, God. That was the cat again. Oh, there he goes, bro. That just scared the crap out of me right when I read out loud the name of the soldier. God, dude, the cat makes the REM pod go off. Anyways, let's try to communicate with these soldiers, guys. Mr. Hodges, are you here? If you are, could you give me any sort of sign that you're with us right now? I'm here to see if this is really one of the most haunted Airbnbs in America, which is supposed to be, because of you, actually, because of you. So if you're here, could you give me some sort of sign? I don't really get haunted vibes downstairs for some reason. What's weird is a thought that I had, which is if people are staying here, right, and they're hearing these sounds and these footsteps, could it be the cats? There's literally 5 cats in here, so I'm just trying to think logically because they already scared me like 3 times and I've been here for 3 seconds. Oh shit, oh my God, right on cue. Hello, are you the ghost? If you see a ghost, you gotta tell me though, okay? One of the most disturbing entities said to haunt the house is something the family calls the Blue Monster. The owner, Stephanie, told me that one night her grandson was sitting on the stairs in timeout when he suddenly started screaming. When the family ran over, he said that a blue monster came out of the stairs and told him to stop crying and to go play. But what's strange is that years earlier, the boy's father, who also lived in this house, claimed that he would see a blue Union soldier in a cloak walking throughout the home. And as soon as I began to set up equipment on that staircase, things started to happen around me. Okay, I was just setting up this camera, but that cat ball was just going off. Oh, there it goes again. It just went off again. Hello? Okay, I haven't even got a chance to explain what I'm doing, guys. This is where that boy was in timeout when he said he saw the blue monster. What's weird too is the kid said that the entity was in the stairs. Somebody just moved up there. It was literally up there. I heard it moving. Hello? Dude, it was like up by my room. If the blue entity is here, could you light up one of my devices by making something move or maybe touching this bear? I forgot the name of the soldiers who passed away down here, so I need to come down and check this out. 1 second. It was J.F. Hodges and H. Fontenay. Oh, hi. Dude, the cat ball is going off right when I read off the name of the soldiers too. Okay, yep. You gonna come up here? Okay, you can chill. I wonder if you'll play with the cat ball. Oh, right. Is the other soldier here, Fontenay? I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. That's just my best guess. What was that? If you're the ghost that was showing yourself to the family of Stephanie for all those years, could you slam a door or turn a light on? Do anything. Oh my God, dude. What was that? And the cat's right here. That was not the cat. Dude, I said to do anything just to give me a sign if that spirit was here still. Thank you. Okay, well that sound came from the upstairs bedrooms, so I guess let's move up to this next bedroom because this room is supposed to be the most haunted room in this entire house. According to the owner, many visitors, including her own friends, refused to sleep in this room due to hearing loud noises and seeing strange apparitions. A psychic who visited the house explained that this was the main room that the Civil War doctors used to perform amputations on soldiers, causing this room to have a high concentration of both energy and hauntings. All right, well here we are, guys, along with the cat apparently, who's gonna follow us everywhere. Since people hear voices in here, they see strange things, and this is the most haunted room, I'm gonna do an EVP session. This is a recorder that you can capture spirit voices with. If anybody's in here, could you speak through my recorder? My recorder literally just died, bro. Hold on. Guys, look, the low battery symbol is on, and these are brand new batteries, guys. That usually is a sign of some type of paranormal activity. It looks like it like barely has enough battery to do like maybe one question. Let's just see if we can try to get any sort of communication with what little battery we have here. the hell? Oh my God, the cats are fighting out there, bro. See, if I didn't know there was cats here, I would probably think that was a freaking demon. I'm gonna try one more of these. I wanna see if we can get an answer. Could you tell me your last name, please? That is weird as hell. I'm pretty sure that sounds like a voice that says, I don't even have one, when I'm talking about its last name. Listen. That is really creepy. That's honestly creepier than if it just told me its last name. Tell me that was the cats, bro. That sounded like little kid footsteps. That did not sound like a cat, because that was not 4 feet. That was like a, that was dum 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 dum. Are you serious? Hello? But I don't think that was a cat. That was so weird. That was like clear human footsteps running. Let's see if we can get a couple more questions out of this. Are you Union or Confederate? Whoa, 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 whoa. Dude, it says something, go to the big barn. Oh, I have freaking chills. It definitely says big barn. Oh, that's so creepy, bro. I don't want to go to the barn. Oh, shoot. Okay, we gotta go to the barn, guys. Let's go. The barn out back predates the Civil War and was likely used to house wounded soldiers recovering from the battle. People who make the trek out to the barn usually hear unexplained footsteps and report feeling extremely uneasy. And as I made my way into the barn, I captured something terrifying. As we do this in the barn, I'm running on an app called SPI. This app was developed by my friend Sean Austin, and what it does is it listens for EVPs just like we did earlier, but once it captures something, it uses the AI to determine what it said, and then it gives us the word on the screen. So I'm just gonna go into the barn and see if this says anything and just kind of get a vibe. Oh, yeah. Okay, hello? Could you talk to me or just give me a sign that I'm not alone here? There's an old ass wagon back there. Hi. Sort of sound over here. No. Guys, this just said tell, but I kid you not. Right before it said tell, I heard a man. I have chills all over my body. Right before the device spoke, I heard somebody back at the back of the barn go, hey. I kid you not. That's the clearest voice I've ever heard on a ghost hunt. Dude, I almost want to review the footage to see if we got that voice, because that was the clearest voice I may have ever heard in my life. I got the sound. Oh, we caught it. We caught the voice, dude. Y'all, listen to this. Okay. Oh my god. I think I increased the volume a little bit too much. That's on me. Let's try this again. Let's try this again. Right there. It goes, hey. Dude, and listen to what I say right before that voice came through. Hi. I say hi. Sure to sound over here. And it goes, hey. I actually think that I just spoke to one of the soldiers. And what's crazy is when we were doing the EVPs in the house in the other bedroom, they were telling me to go to the barn. All right, guys, it's finally time to go to bed. I've just been kind of like vibing in this room, just hanging out, scrolling on my phone. I haven't heard a single sound like we were hearing earlier. I haven't heard anything. I'm gonna try to get some sleep. And look, the little kitty snuggling me. I'm gonna get some sleep and hopefully I don't see any Confederate soldiers in my sleep. I'll see you guys in the morning. After what I experienced inside the Gettysburg farmhouse, I honestly didn't think this Airbnb journey could get any crazier. But oh, I was wrong, because my final stay is at what's been called the most haunted Airbnb in America. A place with more paranormal reports and guest accounts of hauntings than anywhere else in the entire country. Whoa, there is no way, guys. So I packed my bags and headed down to New Orleans to spend the night inside the infamous Parks Bowman mansion. All right, guys, we just made it. The most haunted Airbnb in America. And there's a puppy dog. Hello, puppy dog. Oh, hello. Perfect, thank you. Hi, you're sweet too. Hello. After making my way inside the mansion, I met with the owner, Adrian, who started to tell me a little bit about the room that I'm staying in tonight, which is literally called the haunted room.
When we bought the house, this was identified as the haunted bedroom because there was a little girl and she plays tricks. She's kind of like pretty nice, but a little bit of a poltergeist.
Oh, she moves stuff, like hides stuff.
Yeah. There's also supposedly a young woman who wanders throughout the house who is sad, and that may have been the woman that I saw. Going down the stairs, and I saw someone ahead of me who appeared to be a woman in a light-colored long dress. Went down the stairs, and I followed, and I thought she was a guest. And I said very brightly, "Good morning." And she turned around like to go out the back door and then disappeared.
However, the owner isn't the only one who's seen strange things in this house. According to Google, in hundreds of visitor reviews, guests constantly report strange activity, especially inside the haunted bedroom. But before we talk about those encounters, I wanted to see if I could make contact with the spirit of the little girl that's said to haunt this room. Remember this recorder from Gettysburg? It's back, and I just put brand new batteries inside of it. We should be able to do our normal type of EVP session and try to capture a spirit voice. So let's see what we can get here. My name is Jake. I'm from Indiana, and I'm gonna be sleeping here tonight. Could you come up to my recorder and tell me your name? How many spirits are in this house? Is this really a haunted Airbnb? Let's see if we got something.
How many spirits are in this house?
2.
Is this really haunted Airbnb?
Oh my god. Oh my god! Bro, that might be one of the clearest voices I have ever gotten on a recorder. Oh my god, that said yes, bro. Are you kidding me? Wow, I need to listen to that again, bro. I need to listen to that again. REM pod just went off. Whoa, REM pod. Hello? Were you the one whose voice I just caught? This is already the most activity we've gotten out of all the other Airbnbs, and those ones we had the entire house to ourselves. Well, that's a good starting point. Let's move on to the, As I was saying that, over there by the door, dude, it looked like a bat or like some type of bird. Like it was a black mass and it just came down from the vent. Maybe it was venting and then it went like this. After I saw this weird shadow thing, the room got dead silent and I started to kind of lose my mind a little bit. And just like that, nothing is happening, bro. Like literally nothing is happening. We started off so good. Multiple EVPs, the REM pod went off. This is supposed to be the #1 most haunted Airbnb in America, guys. I at least got to see a book going off the shelf or something. And I need you more tonight. And I need you more than ever. This has been a long few days. Until I heard something weird. Look at that. Right there. It's from the trees. Hello? No, what the fuck? What was that? Hello? Guys, my door just moved by itself. My door just moved by itself. Don't like that at all. We are going to move on to the thing I've been waiting for at all these places to finally use, and this is the perfect time to use it. Let's go ahead and do a spirit box session, guys. This is basically a device that scans through radio stations at a very fast rate, and it said that spirits can speak over those frequencies and through them. Here's the... Guys, that's the other thing I was gonna tell you. It's on REM mode, which means there's a sensor right here, and it should only play when I touch it. See that? So if I'm not touching the front of this right here, it won't scan. It was just going off without me touching it. Oh! Oh, bro, that just sent like a... Oh, dude, it just felt like my arm got shocked. Like all the way up my arm. I'm not even kidding. Like a electricity went through my arm. Ow. Who's here with me? Wanna be free? Who's in this room? It just said Jake! It just yelled Jake! Are you talking to me? Ghost, that just said ghost in bed. I'm not even kidding.
A dear friend of mine who lives in New Orleans, he would often stay in this room. 2 times he heard footsteps approaching the bed. One time he was in the bed and it was dark, and he felt somebody draw back the covers from behind him and get into bed with him. So he kind of checked the eyes and nobody was there.
That just said ghost in bed. What the hell? Okay, that was really weird. I just got this like, oh, I actually have chills on my arm. I was just sitting here, guys, and it looked like somebody was like right here and moved. This is where the third sleepless night in a row really started to get to me, because I either started to go insane or I was seeing actual ghosts in the room, because for the rest of the night, I kept seeing strange lights and shadows, and I was genuinely feeling some sort of energy. Oh, I have chills too, bro. Is somebody around me right now? What the hell? That was a creepy ass laugh, bro. Dude, I don't know what it is, guys. I keep seeing like weird shapes moving. Whoa, see, I'm getting chills right now, bro, for no reason. Oh my God, look at my goosebumps. Bro, this is crazy. That's the craziest chills I've ever had in an investigation. Look at my goosebumps, bro. I have never had that on a ghost hunt ever. I saw the movement again. I saw the movement again. I saw it again. I'm genuinely tweaking. So I decided to test the energy of the room with the tri-field meter, which is a piece of equipment that detects electromagnetic fields, which ghosts are said to be made up of, and I actually caught something interesting. You see that? There is really high EMF in here. Hello? Usually that should be running at a baseline 0. It's a baseline 4. Why is the EMF so high? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa! Can you touch this if you're a spirit? Wait, now it goes down? Whoa. No. No way. There is no way. Something was here. It started spiking. And now it just slowly went away. Look, there's nothing anymore. What the hell? Dude, we actually may have just got something. Like, literally manifesting. There is no reason that should have happened. We weren't near any electronics. My phone was right here, and it just went away out of nowhere. Dude, there's no way. I don't know. I'm just seeing weird stuff out of it. I think I'm just sleep deprived, and I think I'm hallucinating, like genuinely hallucinating. I guess the only thing left to do is just get ready for bed, dude, because I'm just confused. I think we just gotta go to bed and see what happens throughout the night, guys. Alright guys, it is the morning and I have officially survived the night. I think this is the most exhausted I have been filming any video ever, and nothing got into bed with me, thank God, but I did have some really weird dreams. But guys, hit the subscribe button. For now, I'm going to just go the hell home.